Hey guys, not too long ago I released a video where I made my switch from the Intel i7 8700K to AMD's new Ryzen 7 2700X official. Now, even though I was fully aware of the fact that I'd be starting a fanboy war in that video, honestly I didn't think it would be met with so much intolerance and disrespect by so many people. So in this video I'll be discussing why I personally made the switch from Intel to AMD, and this time around hopefully I am being understood. Although by no means do I need to justify myself for my own personal decisions I make regarding what kind of hardware I install into my own system, I kind of feel the need to address one thing or another here. There seems to be a lot of misinformation and confusion in the comment section of my previous video, and I fear it's not just the usual fanboy war. That's why I want to talk about my decision. Now, I don't know if you've read through the comments on my video, but let me tell you, certain people went absolutely crazy. They insulted me, they insulted others, they bash AMD, they bash Intel. Lots of hate all in all. And from time to time I did try to reply to some of those comments, but never did I seem to get through. A lot of times I saw the word downgrade in the comments. Many actually say I did not upgrade by switching from the 8700K to the 2700X. Well, they are right in some way, but what they do not understand is that Intel still may be better at gaming right now. However, there's a lot more uses for a CPU than gaming. I'm not a gamer though. I made the switch for my video editing and rendering. What I am looking for in a CPU is not the best of the best gaming performance, highest frame rates. No, I am looking for high multi-core performance, and that's where AMD for me right now is the better choice. Some people ignore the fact that the 2700X does perform better in multi-threaded applications. Now, for those saying the 2700X still does perform worse than the 8700K in video editing, well, you're only partially correct again. You're talking of Adobe video editing software like Premiere. I do not use Adobe software for videos. I use Vegas Pro 15 and don't use Intel QuickSync encoding or NVIDIA's NVEnc. I rely on good old CPU rendering with high bit rates, and that's where every bit of multi-core performance improvement is a nice thing to have, regardless of what company it comes from in the end, be it Intel or AMD. And that brings me to the next point. I am being accused of being paid by AMD. Now all I can do is laugh it off. You probably cannot imagine how many times I've been called an AMD, Intel and NVIDIA fanboy. Truth is, I actually am a fanboy. I'm a fanboy of Intel, of AMD, NVIDIA and many more companies. So please do not accuse me of being the fanboy when most of the time those that write comments like that one are. Also, I did get some comments about my test methodology as well, basically why I do benchmarks at 720p besides my 1080p tests. Well, this is to show the theoretical gaming performance difference between CPUs. While 1080p ultra settings do a good job representing real-life scenarios, 720p is needed to fully eliminate GPU bottlenecks, so you get the full picture of what the CPU is capable of. And last but not least, some people just blindly assumed I switched from an 8700K and paid all that extra money for the 2700X just for a few % more performance in multi-threaded applications. If I were a normal consumer, I will admit that would be insane and wouldn't make any sense. But I am a reviewer and need to have both CPUs regardless of what I need or want. So I do actually own the 8700K as well as the 2700X. I need both for reviews and comparisons. Now, why shouldn't I be allowed to use the CPU of my choice when I already own both? Even if I only gained a single % more performance, it would still be an upgrade for me. After all, I can't repeat it often enough, I own both CPUs and I need to own both. As long as stability is given, which unlike with the first generation of Ryzen is now nothing to worry about with this 2700X, I'm very open-minded towards both CPU brands. So hopefully hopefully those that went crazy in the comments aren't offended by this. I just wanted you guys to know how I feel about this whole situation. If all you do is game, Intel sure is the better choice, but I don't game. That's why I care more about multi-core performance. Besides, it's not like you couldn't game with a Ryzen CPU. At the end of the day, both Intel and AMD CPUs are phenomenal right now, and certain people need to accept that fact. There's no need to fight over that. And yeah, hopefully I could clarify one thing or another. That's what has been on my mind the past few days. Sorry if I was a little harsh at times, I do not mean to offend anyone with this video. And with that said, thanks for watching, guys.